This anime is literally a 25-minute candy commercial, and somehow it works. In fact, it worked so well that I actually went online and ordered a box of snacks myself. Sounds ridiculous, right? I mean, how can an anime about snacks be even remotely interesting? Well, Dagashi Kashi is more than just a candy ad with a story and characters slapped on. It's oddly relaxing, surprisingly heartwarming at times. It kind of makes you just stop and appreciate the little things in life, like candy. But for Kokonotsu, our main character, who literally has coconut in his name, candy isn't just a small part of his life, it's unfortunately his entire existence. Well, at least that's what his dad wants. He expects his son to take over the family's tiny snack shop, but Kokonotsu couldn't care less. He dreams of becoming a mangaka instead. But things take an unexpected turn when his father suddenly just decides to ditch his son and leave town, dumping the responsibility of running the shop on him. Just when Kokonotsu thinks things can't get any worse, a candy-obsessed lunatic barges into his life, turning everything upside down in the most chaotic and oddly entertaining way possible. Meet Hotaru, the candy lunatic we were just talking about. She's like a mix between a game show host and a door-to-door salesman who just simply refuses to take no for an answer. Honestly though, her whole presentation matches her energy, from her, eccentric outfit that she's wearing to her over-the-top enthusiasm when she speaks. Gotta give props to whoever designed her. She is easily one of the most recognizable and unique characters in the show. In fact, I'd argue she's more of a protagonist than Kokonotsu himself. I mean, just look at this guy. He has literally no defining traits, and he looks like every other schmuck from a typical harem anime. No offense to Kokonotsu, but they could have done better with his character design. Now you might be wondering, what does someone as eccentric and over the top as Hotaru want with a guy like Kokonotsu? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She didn't travel all the way out there for him. She came to see his father, who, according to her, is actually a well-known celebrity. Wait, hold on. So let me get this straight. His dad is supposedly a famous celebrity in the world of snacks, yet he runs a tiny, run-down snack shop in the middle of nowhere, and is completely empty? Are we sure he's famous? I digress. So what would Hotaru want from Kokonotsu's dad? Well, as it turns out, Hotaru is also a daughter of another famous figure who is her father, who owns a major, snack shop company in the city. But unlike Kokonotsu's tiny little shop, Hotaru's dad actually owns a corporation. Her mission? To recruit Kokonotsu's dad to work for her father's company. But Kokonotsu's dad flat out refuses her offer unless Kokonotsu himself agrees to take over the family shop. Hearing this, Hotaru takes it upon herself to persuade, motivate, and borderline harass Kokonotsu into embracing the world of snacks over a span of 24 episodes. Every episode features Hotaru basically introducing a new Dagashi in some way, shape, or form, diving into its history while dragging Kokonotsu into yet another ridiculous misadventure involving snacks. Now, this anime isn't just about Hotaru's or Kokonotsu's antics, it's pretty much a love letter to Japan's Dagashi culture. So for those of you that haven't already figured it out, the term Dagashi actually means cheap candy or snack foods in Japan. Every single episode dives deep into different Japanese snacks, their history, and why they hold such a nostalgic charm for so many people. Whether it's ramune, umaibo, or weird candy toys, the anime doesn't just show you these snacks, it kinda makes you want to try them yourself. Speaking of trying, here's me trying out my first Dagashi. This is pretty good, guys. It has like this chocolate, kind of like a wafer kind of taste, kind of similar to Kit Kat. Mixture of like Oreo. I don't know, but it's good. And it's very sweet. While candy is at the heart of this anime, it also captures a more relaxed, small town, summer vibe. Personally, I'm a big fan of anime and manga set in quiet villages with that warm, cozy atmosphere. There's just something about it that makes you feel like you're right there in the town with the characters. Cheesy, but true. It's almost nostalgic in a way, like a trip back to simpler times when just getting candy could make your whole day. Watching Dagashi Kashi feels like rediscovering that childhood joy, alongside Hotaru and Kokonotsu, adding to the show's cozy charm. It's honestly the anime equivalent of just stuffing your mouth with your favorite comfort food while watching, your favorite show with nothing else on your mind. But yeah, if you're into slower, more boring anime where not much happens and you're fine with watching two characters rave about their favorite Japanese snacks, then yeah, Dagashi Kashi is definitely worth checking out. Oh, wait. There's one thing I forgot to mention. This anime is very ecchi at times. Okay, maybe it's not that bad, but there's at least one scene per episode that's pretty suggestive. I mean, just look at this clip.
Next, stick it in my mouth.
Whoa, what am I sticking in there?
Come on, where's the snack?
Oh, here.
It kind of feels like the studio wasn't entirely confident in their product and kind of just decided to use poor Hotaru as fan service material. It's almost like there was a meeting of some sort where someone said, let's make a manga about snacks. And another person said, yeah, but who's gonna read that? Sounds kind of boring. How do we grab attention? And, of course, the answer was fan service. To be fair, most of the scenes are handled with a comedic flair, and I'll admit, I found myself chuckling or at least smiling at some of them. But honestly, this anime could have done without it. I mean, did they really need fan service to make it relevant? Okay, well, clearly it still wasn't enough. I stand corrected. But seriously, why is it rated so low? I guess it doesn't help the fact that Dagashi Kashi's manga was never officially licensed in English, meaning there's no physical volumes available in English at the time of this video. This makes me wonder if the anime didn't perform well despite their, fan service tactic, or just didn't gain enough traction, which is a shame because I think it does deserve some more recognition. Speculation goes that the manga wasn't licensed in North America because it might not sell well due to its heavy focus on Japanese sweets. I mean, on top of that, there could be licensing complications with the real-life brands that are featured in the anime. Another thing I do want to mention is that this anime, I feel like it was kind of confused as to what it wanted to be, because it is a slice of life for like 80-90% of it, but then we have some scenes where there's like some kind of romance thrown in. Well, not really romance, not full on romance, but there's hints of romance, like certain characters liking other characters, but it doesn't end up going anywhere. So it's like, what were they actually trying to do here, They could have just doubled down on the slice of life aspect and the snacks aspect instead of just throwing in this random, potential, romance that some people might see and they'll be like, oh, hey, maybe these characters hook up together like later on in the anime, but nothing actually ends up happening. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Since a lot of you liked my previous video about boring manga, I wanted to make a video about a boring anime this time. Despite the low ratings, I do recommend you guys check out Dagashi Kashi if you want something that's very relaxing and something that's, laid back to watch. Although this anime might end up making you crave candy, so that's a big disclaimer right there. Speaking of candy, I gotta go back to my box and finish the rest of it. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, show some support, and let me know what you guys think about Dagashi Kashi. What do you think about the candy aspect? Let's talk about it. But that's all from me. This is your host, Rich Taku, and I will be signing off.